Welcome back once again to Earful, a Disney World podcast. This is episode 8. I am Kate, your host, and I am once again joined by the man who loves It's a Small World After All, Patrick.
Yeah, this is my 8th episode.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've made all 8 of them so far.
You've had perfect attendance for the show.
I got a gold star.
You get a gold star. I'm really excited for this week's episode.
Tell me why.
Because we get to play a little game of this or that Disney World style.
Oh.
And we have some really fun, nerve-wracking questions
You
to
and I
ask.
went through some of these, and there are some that are obvious answers for us, maybe not for other people. Obvious answers for us, and some that are just plain silly.
So we're going to get to that in the
really
second
excited about
half of the
the
show.
one I came up with.
Patrick had a really good one. Give him credit where credit's due.
Woohoo.
Good job. But first off, let's take care of some housekeeping. We asked you this week, what is your favorite Disney World park? And we had a couple of answers. Remember, we asked you to write in on double-lined paper with your park and the reasons why. So we will feature those people who correctly
Followed
directions, double-spaced, used perfect margins on their answers. Megan L. said Magic Kingdom. I love walking down Main Street and seeing the castle for the first time on our trip. Plus, the People Mover and Space Mountain are some of my favorite rides.
That is walking down that street, especially for someone who's never been there before, or even better, being with someone who's never been there before. To turn that corner and see that castle with forced perspective, it's just really cool.
I remember thinking the first time when I first saw it, how amazing the site was to see it in real life. But then I thought, there can't be anything to top this, and there is. And you're exactly right. It's when you take new people there to the park and you see their reactions, and it's almost better than seeing your own.
And then there's that whole game you play with, okay, how long until they twist their ankle on the Charlie tracks?
That's my second favorite site.
Look at that. Oh, my ankle. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, PhotoPass guy. I've totally ruined your shot. Yeah. That's what I want to know. Are there any ruined PhotoPass pictures
people
of
stumbling
people
in the
tripping
background
on the trolley track?
There has to be
into the PhotoPass.
There has to be a whole web page dedicated to that.
Oh please, yeah, because there's websites dedicated to bad Splash Mountain photos.
Oh my gosh.
So I want to know if there's a website out there that has terrible PhotoPass
people
pictures.
just twisting their ankles left and right.
Oh my god.
Strollers getting stuck. Oh, so wonderful.
In the tracks.
Yeah.
Oh man. But that should be a Twitter account somewhere. Because there are Twitter accounts for everything in Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Krista C. said, Hollywood Studios. I love walking through the streets. It also has my favorite ride, the Tower of Terror. And she is joined in her opinion by Jordan Gaines and Rope Drop Radio.
Oh, the Tower of Terror part? Or the Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood Studios back in the day was huge. MGM Studios.
Yeah.
And there was just so much to do there. The back lot tour was really cool.
I miss that.
And then when everything kind of got shut down, the park kind of got empty.
But now it's not going to be empty for very much longer. So
well, I don't know. Depending on if you believe the hype from Disneyland, I don't know.
It wasn't even empty though when we were there. It truly wasn't close to being empty.
No. The future is bright for Hollywood Studios, and it is one of my favorite parks as well.
Mm-hmm. And then Sherry L. said, Epcot. I love to travel, and the World Showcase lets me do that, plus all of the yummy food. My favorite ride is Spaceship Earth, even though my family thinks it's boring, because I love history, and Judi Dench's voice is so amazing. Yeah. She's also joined in that opinion by Emily Landis.
Yeah, so Spaceship Earth, we're going to talk about that later, but Rome burning is one of my favorite smells.
Oh,
I love that smell.
Such a good smell.
Yeah.
Such a good smell.
That park is great, but it's great for adults. Kids are bored to tears walking through the showcase.
Unless kids really love going through tiny towns.
Right,
oh,
tiny
that's
towns,
right. That's right. That's
towns,
what I meant.
Right.
Hello, nobody out there showed love for my favorite park this week, which is Animal Kingdom.
Your favorite park this week?
My favorite part this year. I feel like it changes after every trip.
But it wasn't this year. It wasn't this year.
This year, even though I still love Animal Kingdom,
the
favorite park of the trip was Epcot.
Yes.
But I think my favorite park is
overall,
still
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I agree.
And it has to. We could go through the pros and cons of every park to say which one's the best.
Thrilling.
I had to base it on attractions.
Yeah.
Overall ambiance.
Ooh.
Food. Shows. Crowd level. I think.
You're running out of fingers.
Crowd level is a huge one for me. I have toes. Go to my toes.
All right.
Isn't it your favorite park too?
It is. Only because most times when we go there, it's the chill. It's the one that there's not
the chill.
As long as you avoid Pandora World, everything else is pretty cool.
And I find that whenever I'm surrounded by nature, like the trees, I feel way more calm. Maybe it's just because there's more oxygen. I have no idea.
Do you ever hear the wolf cry?
Oh, please. Don't bring that up. Please don't bring that up. You know why I don't like that song, right?
I don't know why.
Because when I first went, I got to do the American Idol experience at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. And
that's the song they had me sing.
And you lost.
I did.
No, you did. You won.
I won my first round.
Yeah.
Then I didn't win the second round.
No,
Fun fact,
they're idiots.
I was too old. So even if I had one to get a ticket to American Idol, like the actual audition, I was too old.
Yeah.
I was 29.
Your grandmother.
I was an aging senior. Anyway. Let's get some shout-outs in. Hello again to Jacob and Emmett from the Mugshot
Are we going to do this every episode?
Listen, they are a big deal.
I understand that, but okay.
I am waiting for the day that Jacob and Emmett call in on our voicemail line to leave us a message.
Okay, all right.
Jacob and Emmett, if you're listening, if you call in, you can introduce the show. We'll play your voicemail before every show.
Oh, my God.
Listen, you got to make it cute. You got to make it clever. And we'll play it. I'm putting that out
and
there.
Here's our promise to you, that every episode we'll say your names.
Yes. Hey, they're big stars.
I understand.
I
understand.
We also want to say hi to new friends, the Disney Dish podcast. We were on Twitter this week, and I commented on somebody's tweet about how far it takes to get to the Little Mermaid room's Art of Animation. And someone's like, oh, this humor reminds me of the Disney Dish podcast hosts. So I looked up their show, and true to form, their humor is right up your alley for sure, Patrick.
Oh, is that right?
This was my very first impression of them.
Potty jokes?
No, just clever.
Oh, okay.
So they were talking about how the one host he'd like to have his remains spread throughout the Magic Kingdom, but he doesn't want to be cremated.
Oh, no. Oh, I do like him.
So I was like, what a great way to hook me into your podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for making me laugh. I rarely ever laugh when I listen to podcasts out loud.
I know you don't.
So to get me to actually like crack a smile and laugh is a huge thing. So, and then he was saying how, if you're on the safari at Animal Kingdom, just lob some of his remains into the lions, and that had me hooked. So,
all right.
Our ear fan of the week goes to Sherry L. from Erie. Sherry, thank you for your wonderful contributions on our Facebook page.
Thanks, Sherry.
This week and always. We also got a review on Apple Podcasts this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm going to read it now.
Yeah, good.
It was really clever and entertaining.
Clever, entertaining,
yeah.
great.
Here it goes. This is from TJ. Kate is such a great Disney information hub while entertaining at the same time. I don't think there's an inch of Walt Disney World parks that she isn't familiar with. I look forward every week to listening to what is new at Disney and what Kate thinks is worth your time when you visit the parks. Definitely give this podcast a listen. I want to subscribe. Oh, Patrick is all right too.
You didn't finish reading it.
I did. You're editing my Google Doc in real time to include Patrick rocks my socks, which was not in the original review.
But I know that's what TJ feels.
Fake news.
I know that's how TJ feels.
Oh my God.
Okay, TJ, your time is coming. I'm telling you right now.
Your time is up, so it's a great time to segue to some news clips.
This is the Global Broadcasting Service, serving remote outposts since 1928.
In the parks, Disney announced this week of 3 new discounts, which are available in the fall and early winter of next year, of this year still. And they broke the website yet again. You had wait times of 2+ hours on the phone, and the website was just not plain working. When we get to points like this as an agent, they actually put a wait limit. When you first log in to look for deals, they make you wait a certain amount of time to even get into the website. There's a countdown timer. So free dining offer became available if you have a 5-night, 6-day vacation package that includes a room at a Disney resort, one of the select ones, and you have to have a park hopper. This is valid September 29th for arrivals most nights September 1st through the 18th, November 17th through the 27th, and December 8th through the 23rd.
You have to book through September 29th.
You only have until then to book.
Okay, all right. Because you said book the 29th.
Yeah.
And then it's from the 1st to the 18th.
Correct, yeah. So you have up until September 29th to book for arrivals that are in those 3 time windows I told you about.
All right.
Then they have a room offer. And similar, you must book through the 29th, and it's valid for most stays September 1st through the 28th. And then most Sunday through Thursday nights, September 29th through November 7th. And then you can book through December 24th for stays most nights, November 10th through December 24th.
So if you play your cards right, you can do free dining and free stay.
You can't do both.
What?
Nope. You can't double down on discounts.
Thinking Bob Disney.
Yeah, I know.
I know the answer, but what is the better option? Free food or free dining? Or free food or free stay?
It truly depends on what room type you're in, what hotel you're in. Usually, if I can compare the two, like if someone's lucky enough that they qualify for both, if you can get free dining, that's a better deal. Especially if you're doing like the mid-tier package or above, which is only you only qualify for that if you stay at a certain level and above. Like if you stay at a value, you qualify for the quick service dining.
Okay, so here's another question for you.
Yes.
So if I stay at the what the cheapy hotels?
Value.
The value hotels, thank you.
I think that's the official title on the website.
Cheapy.
Which hotel would you like? I'd like the cheapy.
Okay, so if you stay at the cheapy hotel and you get the free
quick service,
can you upgrade for a small fee?
You can. It's not tiny. You can upgrade.
Okay, but
so
they knock off
money.
You knock off the price of the quick service.
Yeah.
But if you spend more money and you stay at the expensive-y places,
you get the dining plan.
Expensive-y.
Expensive.
Then you get the full dining packages,
Yes.
And then you can upgrade if you wanted to the super
upgrade.
duper deluxe packages.
Which is something I think that's a bucket list thing for me, is to sometime at one point do the deluxe plan to just eat at signature meals all week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on your stomach some more.
Well, no, it wouldn't be more food. It'd be better food.
Oh, all right.
Which I'd probably want to eat more of because it'd be better tasting.
Okay. One more question about that.
Sure.
So if I was, say, going to book a room and book a meal package, where would I have to call?
Well, let me tell you. You can take all the guesswork out of going online yourself or calling and having to wait 2+ hours right now online or on the phone. And just email me or tweet me or leave me a voicemail.
Yeah, that'd be
on
cool.
our new voice line. And I can help you with that because I am a certified Disney travel agent. I'm a travel agent. We often joke that when I'm in the parks that I should drop that line and see what I can get, but I know full well it doesn't get me anything.
Yes, I know there's a 2-hour wait, but I'm a Disney travel agent.
We should have a character for that. If you get Bob Disney... I want to have the travel agent that expects that she can get anything in line.
Oh, we talked about expectations.
Excuse me, I'm a travel agent, and I would like to get front-of-line access for Slinky Dog Dash. Thank you.
I book a lot of people.
I book a lot of people. I've done, so much business for you guys. I should go to the front of the line.
Let me tell you my name. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Can you get me a party of 8 reservation at Be Our Guest?
I
realize it's in an
table.
hour.
Yeah, she's really... We also had another character we kind of developed after our own trip. We didn't have a name for her yet, but I think we talked about the person that we heard after we got off of Flight of Passage. They were a Southern family, and the father gets off Flight of Passage and goes, "Well, that was Soren's daddy." And we just, the rest of the trip, whenever we'd ride another ride, we'd be like, "Well, that was blah, blah, blah's daddy." And
that was Splash Mountain's daddy.
That was Splash Mountain's daddy. We just kept comparing non-Disney rides to Disney rides and saying how much better they were. So I think it was a she, Loretta. Just being amazed by everything. Did you see how long that churro was? That was longer than an armadillo.
We walked down Magic Kingdom Street, and it was Hollywood Studios' daddy.
I got my foot stuck in the trolley line, and I bumped into a photographer. She doesn't have a name yet. I was going to name her Loretta or Charlene. So, folks, if you have a name for this character...
Somehow I think TJ will come forward with this one.
I'd like to ask you what her name should be. She's really amazed with everything and compares Disney things to non-Disney things, as you would. We heard this morning a rumor, and take this for what you will because it is a rumor, from Walt Disney World News Today, that we finally have a permanent show for the replacement for Illuminations. So when Illuminations closes on September 29th...
We've been talking about this for 6 years.
We have. There's going to be a show called Epcot Forever. That is an interim show. It will conclude, purportedly, in May of 2020. After which, we are supposed to get a celebration of Disney music, which will feature large floating set pieces, LED panels, kites, as we previously reported, choreographed moving fountains. This sounds familiar. Lights, pyrotechnics, and shockingly lasers. Epcot Forever, like I said.
Lasers.
Freaking lasers attached to
Dolphins.
Man, those dolphins had lasers on their heads. My God. Anyway, so Patrick, are you excited for this new show, or does it sound a lot like what we've been getting?
No, you know, one of the things I have figured out about Disney and their nighttime shows, I love fireworks. You know, we talked about this before.
Boom, 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 pow, 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 boom, pow, boom, pow, boom.
That's not the Christmas show I'm not talking about. I'm talking about
boom, 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 pow, boom, boom, boom.
No,
that's one.
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, I love fireworks, but the Magic Kingdom is the only place that they really do fireworks. So if you want to see hoses shoot water across the sky, you go to Animal Kingdom. If you want to see characters on boats, you go to Hollywood Studios. And if you want to go to Epcot, you look at a giant ball floating in the water and opening up like a lotus flower. So I'm not excited about any of these nighttime shows because really Magic Kingdom is the only one that I'm always like, oh, I have to see Magic Kingdoms. The rest of them, they're okay.
So if you could, for the new show, what would you want to see at Epcot?
Fireworks. And I'm sure there's some kind of stipulation that Magic Kingdom's the only park that can have them. I'm sure there is. But I would love to see
legit
fireworks.
Not like, oh, that's a nice addition.
I mean, they've got all that land there and they could light them off the water. That would be awesome.
I'd like to see something more highlighting each showcase, highlighting each country.
Oh, that'd be
on
cool.
The showcase.
That'd be
not
cool.
necessarily music from the Disney films because we do that all the time.
Right.
We have that right now at Hollywood Studios with the new Wide World of Animation.
Well, and again, I think fireworks are the only thing that makes sense because you are talking about in Epcot a circle that people are standing around. So whatever you do has to be visible.
Correct.
360.
Theater in the round.
Right. So they can't launch water cannons.
I'm going to call it right now. Dinner theater on the World Showcase Lagoon.
We do that anyway. But we can't just shoot water cannons because you can't see it from everywhere. So I don't know. I don't know what I'd like to see. I
want to see drones.
Drones would be cool.
Yeah.
Drones would be cool. But otherwise, and I think your idea. I like your idea a lot. Let's showcase the showcase.
I would like to see that dinner theater in the German beer hall in the middle of the World Showcase Lagoon. I would pay money to see that.
How would you get there?
Well, I
Everyone
roll
must
myself
swim.
out in a canoe.
Watch the gators.
And watch out for the alligators because they bite. Mm-hmm. But I think it's tough to. I mean, you want it to be crowd pleasing, so okay, you throw in more Disney stuff than there was obviously in Illuminations because there was not anything.
You know the answer is
what?
Frickin' lasers
on dolphins.
Just lasers.
Just lasers everywhere. A whole thing of lasers.
I do. I think lasers. What they do in Hollywood Studios for the Star Wars thing is really cool. If they can incorporate that, I'd like that too.
Mm-hmm, I agree. Coming back to the Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is Tony's Most Merriest. This is an extra ticket that you'll have to buy. In addition,
extras.
You've already purchased park admission for the day, but guess what? You have to purchase park admission for the event for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and you're going to purchase admission to this, which is going to be held at Tony's Town Square starting at 9:30 p.m. each night, and it's going to offer desserts and hors d'oeuvres during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It's kind of like a come and go event where you can gain access and get complimentary beer, wine, and drinks. And like I said, you don't have to stay. You can come and go if you want to come back at like 11, get more drinks. So like we learned with the Star Wars party, you can get smashed at this if you really planned your night out.
The question I've asked before, who's Tony?
Oh, well, Tony, it's the Tony's Town Square restaurant themed off of Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can get sketty and you can slurp it up with dogs. And
Sketty.
Gross. So that's an extra.
Extra charge. At Hollywood Studios, Darth Vader is set to replace Kylo Ren at the meet and greet in Star Wars Launch Bay.
Finally.
Well, not finally. He's coming back.
I know, but I every time I go, I want to see him, and I never get to see him.
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
You see him at the...
Lord Vader.
It's a sore subject. You see him at the Jedi Training Academy.
Boy, those hands went right to those hips so fast.
I'm very sore about this, that there's an age limit. But Darth Vader was originally there meeting and greeting with guests until he was replaced by Kylo Ren when The Force Awakens premiered.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's coming back. In Animal Kingdom, we're getting the Lion King scavenger hunt. This hunt, well, you're not going on a lion hunt. Let me be clear.
Okay, kids, find the lions.
Get them. Here's your gun. Good luck. You're going to search throughout Harambe Village for some of your favorite characters. You're going to be searching for animal carvings. You get a map at the Outpost Shop, Discovery Trading Company, Island Mercantile, or Mombasa Marketplace. And then you can return your map to Mombasa Marketplace or the Outpost Shop for a special surprise.
Did you say animal carcasses?
No.
Oh, carvings. Oh, animal carvings. Oh, I thought you said they were looking
Hey, kids.
for animal carcasses.
Bob Disney had a great idea. He would like you to look for some animal carcasses. Help clean up the park. It's getting really
It's
smelly.
a bird.
Look, Mom. There's Kevin. Oh,
too soon.
no. Oh, let's get out of this and talk about experiences and shows. The dates for Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam were announced.
Do you have to say it like that?
I do. It's in caps.
All right.
This year, the Christmas show will take place from November 8th to January 5th, 2020. And this show, like last year, features characters from Prep and Landing, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Beauty and the Beast, Pluto's Christmas Tree, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and more. Dun, 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 dun. Why are you singing Mambo number 5? Oh, you're doing... Boys and girls of every age.
Too soon.
You would start the song. Let's talk about merchandise.
It's all Donald. All your sounds are Donald.
I don't need your comments.
All right.
It's a favorite character. There is a new line of Disney Dogs merchandise. This is a very popular line already. It features the Disney dogs with the likes of Lady the Tramp, Max, Doug, and many more. And you can buy hats, dog bowls, spirit jerseys, and more. More merchandise. This is going to be very popular, so I would say get it while you can. They also released this week ride-themed 80s windbreakers.
Oh, my.
Available at one of your favorite places, Mouse Gear in Epcot. You love that gift shop.
Never been there.
Yep, you wouldn't let me go in. Available for $49.99.
$49.99.
$49.99. And you can get windbreakers themed around Fantasyland, the Purple Wall, Space Mountain, Jungle Cruise, and the Pixar Ball. And they're very, very 80s.
Huh, that's kind of fun.
Very, very 80s.
That's fun.
Let's talk about some dining. You can now make reservations at Japan's Takumite. What was that? I think I came out a little bit. Japan. I want to go to Japan.
Was there a hyphen in that?
That's like Panda Express's daddy.
Jap-An's?
Japans. Mini Japan. Japan. You can now make advanced reservations at Takumite. Since the reservation, the location's only open in the evening, you can make reservations from 4 to 9, currently through January 11th, 2020. And the Disney Dish podcast raved about its price fix menu. Said it was outstanding. They literally put it above Tiffin's now as the best dining experience in all of the parks and all of the resorts in Disney Springs. In the world of Star Wars, we have now finally gotten a look at the dining menus for Galaxy's Edge. You're going to be able to eat at Docking Bay 7, Oga's Cantina, Kat Saka's Kettle, and the Milk Stand. So Docking Bay 7 is a quick service restaurant. Oga's Cantina is basically a place where you can go and get specialty drinks and some hors d'oeuvres and appetizers. Kat Saka's Kettle, quick service stall that offers a specialty snack called the Outpost Mix, which is sweet and savory popcorn. That sounds delicious. And the Milk Stand, of course, is where you can order blue milk or green milk, as featured in the films.
Now, is that a sugary drink, do we think? The blue milk?
I don't know. I would hope it's not too sugary, because I know that you can get an alcoholic version and a non-alcoholic.
Okay.
So we'll have to try that when we go next. To Disneyland and beyond. Wow. This is really cool. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios is getting a Ghostbusters house this year, which I'm super stoked. The last time that this movie was featured in the parks was 1996.
Holy cow.
It was a major attraction. The character stayed on for another 9 years.
Wow.
And it's saying that inside the house, you're going to follow the Ghostbusters through scenes from the movie. Universal Studios has announced that the Firehouse, the New York Public Library, and the Temple of Gozer scenes will be included. You're also going to come face-to-face with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Pretty neat, huh?
Very cool.
And then here's an interesting one to close out our news clips for the week. we're getting reports again that Disneyland Galaxy's Edge is being far from crowded. They have people that have been taking drones up every day to look
You're
at the crowd
talking
levels.
about the one in
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah. So they're saying on average this summer that Smuggler's Run has seen wait times around 60 minutes.
That's crazy.
60 minutes.
From what we hear, that ride's not all that great.
No, the one that they're waiting for is Rise of the Resistance.
Right.
And again, we've made comparisons between Flight of Passage versus Navi River Journey and, the need to have a high ticket ride and a lesser attraction just so you can balance everything out.
Sure.
Especially because they're going to be making
Slinky Dog
changes.
Dash.
Right, exactly. They're going to make changes in the park overall as to what is a first-tier Fast Pass.
Okay.
And that's going to switch and make Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster right up there with Rise of the Resistance, which I don't think is fair.
Rise opens in land in December.
In January.
Yeah,
it's going to open in Disney World first.
We should go before that.
To Disneyland? Mm-hmm. I would love to.
Because it's dead.
I would love to go to Disneyland. It's been one of my other bucket list things. But I think Disney World is Disneyland's daddy.
Oh, be careful with that.
I don't know.
Oh, you be careful.
It's bigger, has a lot more room.
Bigger isn't always better, Miss Texas.
I don't know. You don't mess with Texas. Am I from Texas?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm doing a disservice to anybody that listens from Texas right now.
We
To
apologize.
properly do a Texan
We
accent.
apologize.
Now, some people have said that the reason behind the short wait, or somewhat short wait for the ride, is that Disney has been undergoing changes with a project called Project Stardust, which was designed to look at park operations and to manage the flow of crowds, efficiency, and access to the parks. So that maybe due to the success of that, but also Disney California Adventure brought back the Soarin' Over California. They introduced the PhilharMagic. They added Jesse's Critter Carousel, the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind Ride, and brought back the World of Color Nighttime Show. So that could be a reason as well that they've just added so much more in that park that it's taken the crowd size and equalized it. But we want to hear from you. What do you think? Why do you think Disneyland Galaxy's Edge is so sparse in terms of crowd size?
Well, we had a friend that went there.
We did.
So I would like to speak to her.
Kelly, if you're listening, we want your take on it. In fact, call in. Let us know your thoughts on our new voicemail line.
Which is 8143.
It's 8675309.
That's Jenny. And
Jenny.
Jenny from the block.
Let me pull it up. If you, like we said, if you call in, we may or may not share your voicemail, but it might spark a good conversation on our
And
show.
we'll listen to every single one
And
of
we'll
them.
listen to every single one. So the number is 814-314-9482. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, get ready for an epic game of Disney World This or That.
I'm so excited.
Stick around.
Hey, my name's Paul, and I'm not an animal expert.
I'm Donna, and I'm not an animal expert either.
And together we do a podcast about animals called Varmints.
Every week we pick an animal, do a bunch of research on it, and bring you some interesting facts about that animal.
But we don't stop there. We talk about that animal in movies, TV, and other pop culture.
And we talk about whether or not that animal would make a tasty dish, and how intelligent we think it is on the scale of 1 to 10.
It's exactly like one of those fancy PBS nature documentaries.
Except with more poo jokes.
New episodes go live every Thursday wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Or you can visit us at blazingcariboustudios.com.
Varmints! Varmints!
And we are back, and I'm so excited to start this game. I had the idea for this episode based on a post we made this week on our Twitter and Facebook and Instagram pages, which was this or that, pick one or the other, the Night Blossom drink from Animal Kingdom or the avocado margarita from Epcot. Emily C. and Rope Drop Radio were Team Night Blossom, whereas TJ was on the side of the margarita, but he said, leave the avocado and I'll just take the tequila, which I think is option C, just the tequila shot. But oh well.
And those are good too. The tequila shots in Mexico.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yum.
Something about them. They serve them with the tomato shot too.
Yeah.
To chase it.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Good
yeah.
stuff.
Maybe,
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna jump to that team instead. But we're gonna begin with a few questions, and as always, we love to hear your feedback. So if there's any one question that you have a very strong opinion on, you can get in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or our call-in line, which happens to be 814-314-9482. Standard charges apply, and we do not pay for them. So
They're not our charges.
At your own risk.
Not our charges.
Patrick, let's get started.
All right.
This or that. Rope drop in the morning or go to the late night extra magic hours.
Well, I am not much for mornings.
Okay.
Even though it's cooler in the morning, I think I would rather do the extra hours at night. Because I'll tell you why. Thanks for asking. Small children go home and go to bed.
Do they, though?
Some.
Do they, though?
Some.
I've been hit
Especially the ones in the strollers that get caught in the tracks.
That is a consideration. I was tempted to say rope drop because you find that there are very little crowds, except for the rides that are high attraction. And so what I do is I skip those. I fast pass those later in the day and do like the moderately popular rides, which have very small wait times.
All right.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
Space Mountain or Splash Mountain? Ooh. You have to ride one.
All right. Well, you know my feelings on this because my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom right now is Splash Mountain because of the theming and because of the length. It goes on forever.
You're a size king.
Oh. No, you get on the ride, you're like, oh, here comes a drop. Nope. Okay, here comes a drop. Nope. And I love the music, and I love that ride. Splash Mountain all day long.
How do you do?
That was delightful. Yes.
Pikachu is your barn.
Pikachu.
Pikachu sure is your...
Pikachu, share is your barn. Pikachu, share is
What
your
about you?
barn.
It's a tough question. I love Space Mountain. I just think it's so cool to go through the queue. I love dark roller coaster rides, but I think I'm with you. With the nostalgia factor is that it's a classic Disney ride. Love that drop. Love the view at the top. On a hot day, it's very satisfying. I'm going to go with Splash Mountain on this one, too.
Okay.
Tough decision, though.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. Would you rather have a free fourth Fast Pass that you get when you make your first 3? Or would you rather have an extra dining credit?
Now, questions.
You always have... And a follow-up.
Is my fourth dining pass
Your extra dining
my
pass.
extra... I'm sorry. Is my fourth... my first Fast Pass I can use anywhere without stipulation? Or
Treat it as if you had 4 Fast Passes to make when your window opened.
Then that's an easy one. Then I want the extra dining credit. Now, had you said to me, like, here's your fourth Fast Pass, and there's no stipulation, you present it when you get in line and you use it.
No. I'm talking about, like, if they said to you, hey, surprise, you're getting a bonus. Bob Disney saw that you're a really valued customer, is going to give you 4 when your booking window opens.
No, I'm going to say extra dining credit because that means we can go to another signature restaurant and eat some more.
Yeah, I would say the same thing just because I find that when we do make our first 3, we can get to the other rides because of strategy.
Correct.
And I would rather say, yes, we're going to go to Le Cellier tonight because of our extra credit.
Yep. All right, I'm going to do this next one for you. This one's for you. Would you rather consume a Dole Whip?
Oh, Cool Whip.
A Dole Whip.
A Cool Whip.
Or a Mickey bar?
Oh, easy. Dole Whip.
But the Mickey bars are
I will say,
chocolate-coated and
the
delicious.
chocolate this time around was so good.
Yeah.
So dark.
Yeah, I love both of them, and I'm gonna make you upset because I'm gonna pick the Mickey bar.
You're going to pick the Mickey bar?
Yeah, I am.
Who are you?
Yeah, I know.
They have not raised you right.
It's the pineapple's delicious, but I'm a chocoholic, so there's that.
Would you rather have a park full of strollers or a park full of scooters?
I think that I would much rather deal with children than adults.
Really?
So I think I would choose the strollers, and parents with small children are a little more to deal with than adults that can't walk around in scooters.
I'm with you on this one for a different reason.
Okay.
If we have a park full of scooters, think about the buses.
No, there's no place for anybody.
Taking the kids, taking the strollers any day.
Kids,
Yep, absolutely. The Festival of the Lion King or Finding Nemo the musical.
Finding Nemo the musical.
I'm with you on that
The
one.
Lion King. I love the Lion King show.
They're some of the best shows in all
but
the
I've
parks.
seen it so many times.
You've seen Finding Nemo the same amount of times.
But still, there's something about Crush singing
So
that song
Oh, yeah.
that as long as Crush is good, I want to see
with
that.
the flow.
Oh, he's
Yep.
Oh, this one's special for you.
Oh, yeah, you
This
can
one's
ask it.
Actually,
Sure.
I don't know where you're going to go with
I don't either.
everyone. I know. All right, so let's see. Would you rather, or this or that, watch a fireworks show behind a child on adult shoulders, or a child on or an adult on child's shoulders.
No.
All right. Or watch a fireworks show with a child with a bubble blower blowing in your face.
Okay.
Because you've experienced both.
I've experienced both, and I hate them. I feel like I could deal with the bubble blower better because here's why. You put the child on the adult's shoulders, and then you have to like talk to the adult and say, could you please take her down? If they're blowing bubbles, I'm just going to make really loud, disgusted comments so that the parent hopefully understands that I'm making these
Neither
comments.
one of those. I'm going to say right now. I'm expanding this one to say
no.
neither one the parent gives a crap.
Oh, no, they don't ever give a crap, so this is even tougher. Okay, hang on. Fireworks, both fireworks.
So one, you've got bubbles right in your nose.
I feel like I could shift at least somewhat get past the kid on the shoulders,
Okay.
but the bubbles would just get in my eyes everywhere and it'd start to sting. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I know. Here's my one for you. Be stuck in front of someone singing along to every song in PhilharMagic, or be stuck in front of someone saying all of the Jungle Cruise puns.
That's awesome. That's a great one.
Thank you.
And I think we experienced both of those as well. Oh boy, as a dad, I think the Jungle Cruise puns are wonderful. I don't think I would want somebody to ruin that for me.
But yeah, I was going to say, would you want someone saying it word
No.
for word with the,
Nope,
with
I
the
would not.
driver?
I would not. And I would hope the driver would throw them off the boat at that point.
At least with PhilharMagic, you could move. You can't leave the boat. You can't get up off the boat.
Yeah, you're right.
This one is yours. You can go ahead and take this one.
Oh, yeah, this one's one of my favorites. This or that. Would you prefer the smell of Rome? Oh, this is a threefer.
three-way.
It's a threefer. Would you rather smell the Rome burning on Spaceship Earth, elephants in Soarin',
So Soren's daddy.
or the sea spray smell on the Flight of Passage?
Hands down, sea spray on Flight of Passage.
1, 2, 3. Give your top three. What's your three?
Oh, there was way more smells in the parks.
I know, but just give me the top
Okay.
of those three. Rate them.
Sea spray, Rome burning, elephants.
I would say Rome burning is number one for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Flight of Passage?
Yeah. But it's close. It's close. You must ride one for a straight hour,
Yep.
nonstop, for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
The Teacups or It's a Small World.
I know what you'd pick.
Which one would you think I'd pick?
You pick Small World.
Heck yes.
Because you hate spinny rides.
I would throw up all over the teacup.
But you have to listen to that song
Still.
on loop.
Yeah, I'll sing along.
In
I'll change the
several
words and
different
make
languages.
it adult.
I know you would. Here's a fun one.
And then I get kicked off.
Yeah, you get yourself kicked off. It doesn't matter. It's an hour. You'd be
right.
gone in 10 minutes. This or that. First to ride the Neutron ride or first to ride the new Guardians coaster?
We don't know enough about them to really make that decision.
Sure you do.
What do we know?
One's like riding a light speed bike. The other one's riding a car that turns.
Well, the way you put it like that,
I don't know.
I want the bike.
You do? I would pick Guardians.
See, that's not an easy one. That's tough. That's
I'd
tough.
pick Guardians just because it's Guardians. I don't really care about Tron, even though it looks really cool.
I like Tron. I grew up with Tron.
Yes, let's
All
remind
right.
everybody that you're much older than me.
Oh, and I love you.
This or that. Pick one. You have to sit in front of someone taking pictures with flash on a dark ride, or sit in front of someone with a screaming baby for a show.
Lord, those are terrible options.
I know. You got to have one.
A screaming baby or somebody taking photos with flash on.
Which is super annoying. One of my ultimate, if not my ultimate Disney pet peeve.
I got to go with the photos.
Because it ruins the whole
I
ride.
have to go with the photos.
You'd rather be with someone with photos?
I think so.
Takes me out of the ride, though. Completely ruins the magic.
But the sound, the screeching of a child. Oh no!
Because I feel like if pressured enough with glares and sounds from me, the parent would take the baby away.
Or the person would turn their camera.
They can't leave the ride though. What if they're like foreign? They don't understand English.
Then none of them can.
I
I'm going
just
to jump
hate
forward.
that.
I'm going to jump forward in my mind. The question that I like.
Especially on like pirates when they take pictures, it's so annoying.
I don't know what they're going to do with those photos anyway. Anyway, here's my question that I loved.
This or that.
This or that. accidentally see under the Mickey mask at who's playing Mickey Mouse, because I think that would be fascinating. Don't you? I think that would be fascinating.
Yeah.
To be able to see the person and get a look at the person that's, anyway. Or, so accidentally see under the Mickey Mouse mask, or cause the young girl who's playing Snow White, do you make that person so angry that Snow White actually swears at you?
Oh, that one for sure. I don't care who's playing Mickey. I want to hear Snow White swear. Because she's one of my favorite princesses to visit in the parks. She's so delightful and derpy. She's great.
I just think that would be a great decision to make.
I've said something naughty.
Annoy Snow White so bad that she swears at you, or actually like rip the mask off of Mickey Mouse. I don't know.
Wait, now you're going to make her the Incredible Hulk?
I want both.
And here you go, Patrick, because I feel like you would do really well with both of these things. This or that. Be a Jungle Cruise skipper or a safari driver.
Well, okay. There seems to be more responsibility with the safari driver because they're not on a track.
You have to actually drive the
You
car.
actually have to drive the car.
Whereas
the skipper just...
That's real, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
As real as those elephants shooting water at us.
Yes. So I think doing the Disney cruise skipper would kill my soul after about 2 rounds.
Really?
I do.
You love puns so much.
Yes, but not like that.
Do you think that they're allowed to make new ones?
No, well, I don't know.
Kind of like the narrators for Frozen Sing-Along?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
What was your choice on that one?
For the sake of variety, the safari driver.
All right.
Because I feel like you could really make that your own. I mean, there really is no... I mean, there kind of is a set script. You hear them say the same things, like about the baobab tree.
Do you think that the...
Oh, no.
Do you think that each of the drivers, like, have the one driver they can't stand? Do you think there's like... Do you think there's one driver that they're always like, crap, I'm behind Bob today?
Like, Bob's probably slow. Takes
Bob?
too much time. I don't know. Your go-to is
fine.
Bob.
I'll go to another irritating name. Mm-hmm. What if one of the drivers was TJ?
Oh.
And...
Not fair.
So no, but do you think that they have the one driver like, crap, I'm behind Tim today. I don't want to be behind Tim. Tim takes forever.
Or the one that's like super corny and over the top and they just can't stand.
Yeah.
Or the one that has no personality whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah, and you feel bad for the people that are in that truck.
I always appreciate the ones that are just really informative and seem to have a genuine pleasure in talking about the wildlife. And
I appreciate the ones that were willing to stop and spend extra time.
I can always tell how it's going to go when they say Jumbo.
Jumbo cake.
Jumbo. Here's the second to last question, because I'll let you handle the last one.
All right.
This or that. You get to be that guy on Laugh Floor or the rebel spy on Star Tours.
I've only been one of those. I've only been that guy.
You have.
I've never been.
How was your experience with that guy? Did you feel special?
That was very special. My photo was on a
Face on the
wall.
thing,
It was
yeah.
wonderful. Sure. That show seemed to last forever. The Star Tours would be very short. I'd like my fame to be longer.
I always wanted to be the rebel spy.
I do too.
They used to give out like certificates. They'd print you out one of the
shop
below.
I did get that guy sticker.
You did.
Yeah.
You did get that.
So
And our last
the bonus
question,
round.
the bonus round.
So Miss Kate,
Yes.
would you rather have a conversation with Walt Disney alive
Hold on.
that he can still talk back to you, or a conversation with Bob Disney?
You mean as in Bob Iger or your created character of Bob Disney?
Okay, 3-way. It's a 3-way question. Would you rather... No! Would you... This or that, a conversation with Walt Disney, Bob Disney, or Bob Iger? And rate them. 1 to 3.
Well, I mean, Walt Disney's first,
Oh.
Bob Iger's second,
Oh!
and Bob Disney's third.
All right, that hurt.
Because, here's my rationale, I get to talk to Bob Disney every week.
Oh, do you?
I do. I haven't heard in a while, but...
All right.
Okay. That was fun.
Watch your butt.
Hold on to your butts. There's a railing.
Get the railing. Don't hurt yourself. Walk like a penguin when it's cold.
What? What is that?
That's how you don't fall down when you're walking when
that's
it's icy.
right. That's what they put on all the safety signs now for kids.
Walk like a penguin.
You're going to put those up around Disney?
You betcha.
I'd like there to be an episode where Bob Disney comes in and just talks about all of his plans for the 4 parks and resorts. Please, let's set that up. Well, gang, we've reached the end of episode
Thank
number
God.
8. which rhymes with Kate and great, coincidentally. Share your thoughts with us on our Facebook page, Twitter account, or Instagram, which all can be found at EarfulPod. You can give us a phone call, 814-314-9482. Send smoke signals, send a carrier pigeon, whatever you want, just to get in touch with us. Remember, if you need travel assistance with your next Disney World vacation, I can help as a certified Disney planner with the Vacationeer Travel Agency. I can help you with every aspect of your trip for free. Please find me on Facebook, Disney Vacations by Kate, or on Twitter at VacationeerKate. You can send me an email, kate@thevacationeer.com.
And I'm Bob Disney.
And I've been Kate. And you've listened to episode 8, which has been great, but now your fate is to find a mate to listen to the next episode of Earful.
Don't worry, everybody. I will sedate her.
That's right. And that rhymes, too. Sedate.
That's why I said it.
It didn't rhyme, though, in the iambic pentameter of what I was rolling out.
Wow, you are struggling to get that out.
I'm struggling today, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off before I go any further. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.